who's going to join. Hopefully this is starting to work, so we will see. How we get on. Fantastic. I will just start on Instagram as well. I just had to start up Facebook and YouTube. I'll just adjust the light a little bit so that I'm not shiny. And we will see how we get on. Hopefully the light is not too bad. The light on Instagram is going to look best, I think. So I just want to give people a chance to get in on these. Hello, hi Lee, how are you? You doing well? Good to see you. Thank you for joining on YouTube. Hi, hey Lindy, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. You gave such a good talk in Fukuoka. We want to release that talk soon. Everyone's going to be very excited to hear you speaking. Hola Alexander, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien? So Lindy Botes. I keep saying Lindy Boats. I don't know why I kept saying that. And then somebody speaking, I was like, yeah. And I said, well, shouldn't it be Botes? And I was like, is it Botes? Is that right? Is that how I pronounce it properly? You know me, I'm terrible with these languages. Okay, I'm going to go live on Instagram too. Hello on Instagram. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Mohammed. Hello, Lee. Yes, so excited at the Polyglot Gathering. Yeah, I'm very excited about the Polyglot Gathering. In fact, I've got my Polyglot Gathering shirt on at the moment. This is actually my my sort of lazing around the house shirt. I love to wear it because it reminds me of all the great people at the events. And so I'm very, very happy to be wearing my Polyglot Gathering shirt. Of course, the Polyglot Gathering is taking place next weekend, and I'll be speaking at it. So people who saw on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, maybe you didn't see this, but on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I put out a post just to say that I'll be speaking at the Polyglot Gathering next weekend, and I'm going to be talking about the topic, when can I say I speak a language? I think it's something that I hear about a lot, people arguing about a lot, so I wanted to sort of give my opinion on that topic. And I'm doing that actually, having asked a lot of people in the language community what their impressions were. And if you've got anything you want to add, feel free to write them down, write down your thoughts, write down what you think. And I will see if I can include some extra thoughts as well as I finish putting my presentation together for next week. It's been a lot of fun doing this. Yeah, so very close, don't worry. I'm very close to Lindy, okay. So I tried to pronounce Lindy's surname properly, but I was very close, but obviously not close enough. Thank you, Lindy. You're so kind. I'm terrible. So I'll see if I can learn it. You have to record it for me so that I can say it properly. Yes, so it's really, really good that you could all make it, because of course we want to talk about the Polyglot Conference as well. Of course, hello everyone joining on Instagram. Nice to see you all joining. Thank you so much. And now all of a sudden things are appearing on Facebook too, which is good. Hello Dimitrios, Pikanis, Kalaisi. Okay, looking forward to the presentation, hopefully on YouTube. Yes, I imagine that they will release the presentations from the Polyglot Gathering afterwards. If you've not got your ticket for the Polyglot Gathering yet, then I encourage you very much to go to polyglotgathering.com and check out how you get tickets. Yes, so here again, Polyglot Gathering. This is the very first t-shirt, I believe, that they had, and it was in Berlin. So they've got lots and lots of languages here. If you can see if you can recognize any of the languages, it's super cool. So they made it into the Brandenburg Gate, which is really cool, and yeah, really, really nice. So yeah, I wear it, and I'm very, very confident wearing things like this, because it makes me feel close to the community, and I enjoy the whole feeling of being with other people who love languages. in a practical way to speak a language, or at least to be. So I will, if you want to ask any language questions, I can come back to that possibly at the end if I have time. Otherwise, on Thursdays, I do a language thing on my Speaking Fluently channels, and I do that every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central European time. So if anybody's interested in any language-related things, specifically for language learnings, then I can do it there. But what I do here is I talk about the Polyglot Conference in the very first instance, just to make sure that I'm answering the questions that people might have about the Polyglot Conference and about what's going on. So, saludos desde Canadá. Saludos, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Muy bien. ¿Qué tal, Scott? ¿Estás bien? So, 1 second. Let me see, 1 second. Just excuse me for 1 second, please. I've just got one little issue that I just have to sort out. I'm so sorry about that. I just had to. These things happen when you go live, right? Here I am. So here we go, Amelia. Dzień dobry, jak się mamy? Okay, you're technically not a polyglot. Baby language, we. I don't know what you mean. W. Nelson, sorry, Newson. Can you go even if you're, I didn't see the start of your question, sorry about that. So if you're not a polyglot, can you go to the conference or to the gathering or to the Langfest events or to any other what they call polyglot events? Of course you can, absolutely. So for the Polyglot Conference, we added a tagline which says, for everyone who loves language. And we say language and not languages because anybody who enjoys language or language learning or has an interest in even just one language will find that there's a lot of great people there to talk to learn from, and to be able to get something out of the event itself. So yes, anyone who loves language really is absolutely welcome, and will feel that they can make friends and will feel part of the whole thing. So yeah, absolutely. In fact, we have every year, we have a lot of people that come who are learning their first language, and absolutely wonderful to have. In fact, some of the people, I said this once in, I don't know which interview it was in, or whether it was on one of my language learning live sessions. In fact, one of the people that I learned most from was a monolingual English speaker who was just extremely well read and taught me an awful lot. And so I myself think that actually just this love for language, and not just languages, sometimes really is an amazing experience to have people like that at the events, so that you really learn from a real diverse group of people. So yeah, I encourage anyone who loves language to do that. Okay, so I'm seeing here there are a few messages here on YouTube as well. So, salut la France, salut, ça va? Hi, hello Fabrizio, hello. Also, okay, so the questions, I'm getting some here for language learning. I'll see if I can get to some language learning questions at the end, if I can. Otherwise, I'll prioritize questions about the conference, and also give you an update about the conference as well. Clearly, we need to make sure that we address those concerns first. So, why hello again? Rasmus, oh, hello, oh, okay. I'm just reading things, sorry. Sometimes I read things and then I realize they're not always for me. Sometimes you're writing to each other, and that's fantastic. I like seeing this. Você acredita que falar, aprender Esperanto? Sim, eu posso falar disso, mas agora é mais para a conferência Polyglot, então eu, posso, fazer ou falar disso, com a hora que tenho, ah, cada quarta-feira, online, sobre, o canal Speaking Fluently, que, é outro conto que tenho para falar de aprendizagem de línguas estrangeiras. Então, sim, mas se é Esperanto, sim, é possível. Há muitos livros também, muitas coisas na internet para aprender Esperanto. Um, Let me see. Hello from Malaysia. Hello, George. Hi from Malaysia. Hi, Ricardo from Bolivia. Nice to see you. Oh, wow. Thank you for all joining this. I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you to come and to listen to me and to ask questions as well. ¿Dónde está la conferencia este año? Este año la idea era de tener la conferencia en México, en Cholula. Así que Camila, esa era la idea. Lo que pasa ahora con el virus es que no sabemos aún lo que va a pasar, porque tenemos que pensar en otras posibilidades ahora, la verdad. Entonces estamos esperando. Ahora mismo no tenemos más noticias definitivas como que vamos a ir adelante, pero lo que vamos a hacer es, dentro de 2 semanas, vamos a tomar una decisión después de la Gathering. Es otra conferencia políglota también, que vamos a tomar una decisión que vamos a hacer, cómo lo vamos a hacer, en línea, en parte en Cholula, o una combinación de todo. Vamos a ver. Es que ahora mismo no queda tan claro, como que no tenemos los vuelos, no tenemos nada en concreto así determinado por los gobiernos mundiales, y por eso ahora mismo estamos esperando un poco más. Pero ahora mismo lo que sabemos es que no vamos a tener una conferencia así en plan con 800 personas, porque con lo que va a pasar después del virus, económicamente va a ser mucho más difícil para la gente venir, y también con los vuelos tampoco no tenemos tantos vuelos como antes, así que tenemos que esperar mucho más tiempo para ver qué tal. Entonces, si la conferencia va a tener lugar en Cholula este año, como lo habíamos planeado, va a ser una conferencia mucho más pequeña, hasta 300 personas creo. Si no, vamos a tener una versión en línea, y vamos a volver a Cholula el año que viene, por ejemplo. Eso es lo que estamos pensando ahora mismo, pero vamos a tomar una decisión y vamos a dar más informaciones dentro de 2 semanas sobre eso. So I hope that was clear to everybody. I'm just saying that, basically what I will do, I'll be talking with Anya, and also with our friends at Langfest, who are working on the conference with us this year, to make it as fun, as interesting as we possibly can for you all. And what we're going to do is we are going to we're going to make the decision in 2 weeks' time to either have a reduced size conference, which will take place in Cholula in October, or have an online version of the conference, and then have Cholula happening next year. But right now it's very difficult to say, with no clear decisions made on all the flights and what's going to happen with travel. So right now we really have to wait and see what's going to happen around the world, and that's what we're waiting to see right now. Hello from Florida. Hi, Kimberly. Nice to see you. Thank you for making it. Hi from Japan. Si hablo cantonés, no hablo cantonés. Привет. Как дела? Как дела, Chanel? Хорошо. Hi. Hello. Hello, everyone joining. Wow, I'm getting quite a few messages here. 你好. 你好哟. Okay, Kimberly. Okay, and de nada, Camila, de nada. Es que Eso sí que es interesante, a ver lo que va a pasar. Okay, so you're gonna go to Poemrel, el Polyglot Gathering, en línea este año también. Sí, yo creo que va a ser una conferencia y muy interesante también la Gathering. Es que a mí me gusta, yo voy cada año, a mí me gusta mucho, porque estamos siempre juntos con otra gente que aman idiomas también igual, así que sí, vale la pena. Ah, ¿Cuál es la técnica para conferencia políglota en línea? La fecha de la conferencia en línea es que para la conferencia políglota lo que organizo yo con Anya este año y con el equipo de Langfest es que no hemos decidido aún cómo vamos a ir adelante con la conferencia, pero la Gathering, que es otro evento, esto, que va a tener lugar este fin de semana, el siguiente fin de semana, de hecho, así que hay tiempo, tiene tiempo para poder comprar un billete. Está en el sitio polyglotgathering.com y ahí tienen más informaciones también. Es otro equipo, yo no trabajo en eso, pero sí que van a tener también charlas, presentaciones sobre varios temas, así que va a ser una cosa muy importante, creo, muy interesante. Heb je Nederlands geleerd? Ik heb Nederlands in Nederland geleerd. In Rotterdam. Ja, en jij? Kom je uit Nederland dan? Dutch Daily Drummer? Okay, let's see. Hello, hello. Thuis. Okay, gracias. A ver. Hi Anja, wie geht's? Anja, wie geht's dir? Wir haben hier eine Frage für dich. Ach so, ja, ich denke, der Anja geht's gut eigentlich. Sie ist ja in Mexiko. Und das ist immer schön. Ja, Cholula ist eine sehr schöne Stadt. Aha, okay, ja, die Anja hat schon geschrieben. Sie ist so schnell, ich nicht. Ja, okay, hallo. Merhaba, merhaba. Äh, okay, nasılsın, iyi misin? Okay, let me see. A ver, si tenemos más preguntas ahora en YouTube. A ver, en YouTube, let's see. Which questions you got? Mir dite sieni? No está. Sie mir? Si calon dit. În Germanii. Što ești? Germanii, jo? Apoi în Shqipëri. Kemi follower një herë. Unë mendoj si ke babai nga Shqipëria, ashtu është, nga Kosova. Ashtu është. Los participantes de las conferencias a ver, ¿cómo puede ser miembro? Es que no hay, así, no se puede ser miembro, pero se puede venir y también hablar no hay como, no es un club así, pero se puede hacer parte de la familia en línea del aprendizaje de idiomas. Y lo que hacemos, tenemos varias comunidades y también varios eventos. Es que tenemos Polyglot Conference, la conferencia poliglota, donde estás ahora, y en YouTube, pero también hay en Facebook, también en Instagram, en Twitter también. Y luego vas conociendo a la gente, así, hablando, compartiendo ideas y opiniones y así. Así lo hacemos, así que tenemos en varios grupos, ¿no? En Facebook, en Twitter, en YouTube, también en Instagram. Y también hay The Polyglot Gathering, que es también otro evento, como la conferencia políglota, pero tiene lugar en Europa cada año. Estaba 3 años en Berlín, 3 años en Eslovaquia, en Bratislava, y ahora va a tener lugar, tenían como idea, el plan era de tener la Gathering en Polonia, pero como que tenemos el virus en todo el mundo, es que van a estar en línea. Y así que si quieres, pues ven y habla con nosotros. Estamos siempre dispuestos a hablar con gente nueva y claro, para ir a la conferencia en línea del Gathering, por ejemplo, de Gathering, se puede comprar billetes en línea también, polyglotgathering.com. Para la conferencia políglota vamos a tener una decisión cómo vamos a ir adelante con la conferencia dentro de unas 2 semanas. Así que, a ver, Um, no es necesario. Pues, sí, thank you, Lindy, for saying that about the Polyglot Conference. I'm so glad you said that. Muchas gracias, Lindy. Grazie mille, Lindy. Sì, Lindy è veramente una persona molto simpatica e anche molto intelligente. Ha fatto un casino con, con tutte le lingue asiatiche, veramente. È impressionante. Una persona veramente impressionante. Ok. Привет, привет, Айтон. Как дела? Хорошо? See ya, see ya. This is cool. I love seeing all the languages here. It's so nice. Um, so let me see if I can answer any more questions that I've got here. Çok teşekkür ederim. Mete. Ben de bu arada evet her zaman çok farklı dil konuşabilirim ve okuyabilirim ve ben çok memnun oldum çünkü benim hayatım bu. Nerede acaba? Şimdi Türkiye'de mi? Ben çok iyiyim, teşekkür ederim. Con seleccionas a 3 personas. Ok, no vamos a seleccionar a las personas. Lo que vamos a hacer, si tenemos una conferencia en vivo en Cholula, no vamos a seleccionar a la gente. Lo que vamos a hacer es tener billetes para comprar y a ver cuántas personas van a comprar. Y los primeros van a venir. Pero lo que pasa es que aún no sabemos 100% si vamos a vender billetes así. Tampoco, porque también podría ser en parte en vivo y en parte también en línea, para que tengamos más personas así activas en la conferencia. Porque la idea este año también, claro que con el virus tenemos que tener cuidado con cuántas personas pueden estar en un lugar así para ir a una conferencia. Languages are connected, so I'm using, okay, where you can. Okay, I'm trying to read through some of these comments quickly. Okay, and Scandinavian languages. Okay, Icelandic, you're writing to each other. That's nice. I like seeing this. So I'll try and pick out any questions for me. ¿Cómo seleccionar a las personas? Ok, vamos a ver. Nadie, a ver. Okay, I think I have all the questions there from YouTube. I think I'm caught up. So I'll go back to Facebook and just check to make sure that I have the questions here too. So hello. Wow. Een conferentie 1 keer per jaar georganiseerd. Ja, dat klopt eigenlijk. Ja, dan elk jaar. Dan hebben we voor de conference is in oktober. Dus elk jaar hetzelfde eigenlijk. Ja, is oktober. En dan voor de gathering is mei, juni, zoiets. En dan voor Langfest, dat was dan toen in augustus. Maar tegenwoordig is het met ons dit jaar. Dus maar 1 keer per jaar. Ja, klopt. En dan organiseer ik ook de language event. Dat is een andere soort van zo'n kleine conferentie. En dan hebben we dan minder mensen daar. We hebben voor de virus hebben we in Edinburgh gedaan. Dat was heel mooi. Alleen maar met 87 personen, denk ik. 87 mensen. En dat was heel mooi. Een beetje kleiner, maar ook mooi. En eigenlijk de bedoeling is dan gewoon een mooie collaboratie met de mensen van het land. En om te zien hoe we dat, de talen, over de culturen en zo kunnen praten. En de presentaties te kunnen hebben. En dan gewoon een beetje tijd samen te kunnen hebben. En dat is ook mooi. Dus het idee voor dit jaar ook was om naar Melbourne en Auckland te gaan. Maar ja, ik ben natuurlijk een beetje teleurgesteld, want ja, dat kunnen we helaas dit jaar niet doen. Dat gaan we dan hopelijk volgend jaar weer organiseren. Ehm, ja, ik ben in het moment ja, al aan het Maori te leren. Dus ja, maar oké, even kijken wat we kunnen organiseren voor volgend jaar. Ehm, bonjour, c'est vraiment super. Merci Clark, c'est très gentil. Ça va bien? um, yeah, that would be really nice to see you in the future too. Tom, that'll be really nice to see you in the future too. I hope you can make it to one of the events. It's definitely a lot of fun when you go to the events in person. I really enjoy that. It's just nice to break bread with people who love the same thing as you, and I think that that's one of the beautiful things about these events. Whether it's the conference Langfest, whether it's the Polyglot Gathering, which is taking place obviously next weekend, or whether it's any of the newer events. I mean, there's one in Brazil called Polyglotar, and there's my friend Chris Broholm is organising one on a cruise ship that's going to take place next year called the Polyglot Cruise. And these are all nice events. I mean, to be honest, whenever you get people together, different things fit different people's needs and timetables and schedules. So I think that if you can find one that works for you, or even a few that work for you, then that's great. Of course, the language event will also take place in various places around the world. It's a smaller event. I was just talking about that in Dutch, that I've been organising with locals around the world who asked me to get involved in putting together events, and I've really enjoyed doing it. So we had one in Edinburgh just before the virus lockdown happened, and we were supposed to go to Melbourne and Auckland, and of course, unfortunately, they had to be cancelled. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that. But what we'll do is we'll organise them again when we can travel and when it is safe and legal to be in a particular place, a given place, as a large group of people. So hopefully we'll get to that point again in the near future. Fingers crossed. So for now, with the conference, just as kind of recap, where we are is we have another couple of weeks to just look into some ideas and options for what we're going to do for October. So at the moment, the two real options I think that are realistic for us are, first one is that the conference in Cholula goes ahead, but at a reduced number of people. So we would actually limit the number of people to 300 roughly, and that would probably be the first thing that we would possibly do, and it would be the first come first served in terms of tickets, and then hopefully add on an online type event to that as well for people who have been impacted negatively by the virus and economically, and therefore cannot fly, or their flight paths no longer exist to get to Mexico, and therefore they need to say, okay, well, online is probably a better version for me. So that would be one option. The second option would be that we go to a strictly online event this year, and then we go back to Cholula, Mexico next year instead. And the reason why I would just say that we do that by year is kind of what the gathering has done. The Polyglot Gathering has done exactly that. They've gone to an online event this year, and they're going to go back to Poland next year, as I understand. And that is a model that we could follow as well, of course. And Cholula is an absolutely beautiful place. Mexico is a really great country to have the Polyglot Conference. There's a lot to celebrate there, and a lot to do with indigenous languages, which is obviously something that's very important to us as an event. As well as obviously your normal language learning and all of the other topics that we usually explore at the Polyglot Conference. But we do like to really have a look at indigenous languages and peoples, and just to give voice to what's important to them. And that could be for people coming in who are interested in the languages they speak, but also it could be things that impact them as communities as well, and things that obviously make the conference relevant to the local communities. Of course, local communities are extremely able and competent to represent themselves. So the Polyglot Conference really is a platform for them to do that. And that's why we invite people to submit applications. What I would say is that the call for papers is still open for the Polyglot Conference, and it will remain open until the 7th of June. And I would encourage you, if you want to prepare a paper, that please do so. We will either look at that paper for this year, or we could ask you if you want to consider it for the following year if we end up going to Cholula next year instead. The other thing is that we could potentially look at, if we're doing an online version, if you want to do an online version of what you propose. So it's always worth applying. And as I say, you can go to that and find the call for papers on the polyglotconference.com website, and yeah, and go from there. Let me see. So let me see if there are any other questions that we have. Would you? Well, about tutoring me in Spanish, paid of course. Alex, you want me to tutor you in Spanish? It's very, very kind of you. I don't actually work as a teacher, so I use my languages as a social media person, and I work as a languages director. But if you reach out to me privately, I can maybe give you some suggestions, so that you can find somebody who's going to do a good job with helping you with Spanish. I'm happy to sort of point you in the right direction if you like. Of course, we work with Zaloa languages, and so if you've seen Zaloa is a language school based in Cholula, and they have some great courses and great materials. So that would be one very simple answer to that, actually. So if you want to have a look at that, you could see. And Anya is of course around. She can maybe give you some advice as well on that. So Richard, do you think listening to audio yeah, listening to audio is listen to audio faster. So possibly, I mean, if you can listen to audio that's been sped up, possibly it could help. I don't do that myself personally. Normally, I only do that if I already speak the language. I don't do that as a language learning tool per se, but I would do that if I'm listening for the content in a language. I may listen to it sped up so that I can just get through the audiobook that little bit quicker. What resources? Okay, so getting lots of nice questions for Lindy here. Lindy, we should be giving you some sort of remuneration for this. You're answering lots of really good questions. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Lindy's fantastic. Yeah, I hope that let's see. I don't want to sort of say too much now, because obviously we haven't made the final. We do need to make sure it's not a kind of a waiting game on our side. In that we're making you wait. It really is. We just need to check that we're going to give you something concrete in 2 weeks' time. We don't want to give you incorrect information. We want to make sure that we can also not just say what we're not doing. We want to be able to say what we are doing as well. So that does require a bit of preparation, of course. And it's been good to have this month since we first said the date of the 7th of June, just to sort of move forwards in our own preparation for that. So I hope you all understand the reasoning behind it and why we're moving that way. So yes, any other questions about the Polyglot Conference? Is there anything that I've maybe not made clear, or I could maybe repeat again? Is there anything that you feel is really not at the moment fully transparent? I hope that it is. I definitely do my best to try. With Anya, we really do work hard in trying to make sure that we get all of these, all the information out there. Yeah, Anya is being very good on Instagram here. Thank you, Anya. You're such a star. Anya is so good on Instagram. She's really, really cool. She's been answering lots of questions while I've been looking at the Facebook and YouTube feeds. Instagram just goes a little bit quick for me when I'm talking because it flashes very quickly with lots of waves and lots of highs. And if I don't say hello personally, please never ever be offended. I always am very grateful for you being there. I kind of see your names flash up on the screen. Often your names on Instagram are not easy for me to read straight away either because they're so long, and are not always names that I instantly recognize. But whereas Facebook is a bit easier for me because they're often names that I know, and the full names of people. Hi Lisa Lee, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Wow, lovely to see you. So Lisa's just joined on Facebook, and she's been working very hard on a wonderful series that she's putting together. Yeah, called Hunting Jessica. So see if you can check that out. She came to our conference in Ljubljana with Austin, and we've been working very hard on this series that's going to go on Netflix, which very exciting. Yeah, we miss you too. It's really nice to see you online. Thank you for coming. Yeah, you like the idea. Okay, so Queen, I can see Queen of Diamonds. Oh, look, I like that spelling of Queen. That's quite cute. So you like the idea of the physical Cholula conference for next year? Yeah, I think that there's a lot to consider. So yeah, we want to make sure we definitely do consider all of our options properly, and that we give you an informed decision that makes sense for you and for us and for the wider public as well. Of course, the Polyglot conference for me personally, as the original sort of thought process behind the Polyglot conference was that we were taking the online community offline, and so it is a little bit strange for me personally to go the other way around, because it started off as the Polyglot community online, and that's why it's called the Polyglot conference, not because we're all polyglots or that we all have to be polyglots or we all have to aspire to be polyglots. It's just a love of language and language learning, really, and the only things you need are a love of language and a nice smile so that you can come and make friends. That's all you need for the event. And yeah, and it is a bit strange, I've got to be honest, and that's possibly why as well we've needed a month for me to really buy into the whole idea of an online event, when it's gone sort of one way and going back the other, if that makes sense. But I am sort of seeing, I'm sort of talking to people who have run conferences before online. So I met with a nice chap called Paulino, who is a lovely guy in the community, and he was at the Langfest a couple of years ago when I was there in Montreal, and he and I had a really good conversation about what works, what doesn't work, and how you can make an online event work well. So that was a really useful conversation to have, and yeah, and also with Anya, and also with Tetsu from Langfest, we're talking about how we make everything work. So hopefully we will have something very nice for you. Oh, can stop the chat by tapping. Thank you, Eddie. Look at you giving me good hot tips on Instagram. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Oh wow, cool. Okay, let's see. And why do we select? Okay, the city of Cholula. So every year I look for somebody to help me locally with the conference, and this year I had the very good fortune of having Anya based in Cholula, and Anya sold me on Cholula straight away just by her enthusiasm. Her love for Mexico is really evident. She should be ambassador to Mexico or an ambassador of Mexico around the world. She's really a great person to work with. She and the whole team at Zoloa Languages are just lovely people. They're super duper organized. They're very professional. They're very nice people as well. So I mean, I can't say enough good things about Zoloa and Anya and her team, and Nai. They're just lovely people. And so when she mentioned the idea of Mexico, I was actually planning a trip to Mexico just randomly anyway with my family, and I went and I really loved the people. I just thought Mexicans were so nice, and I thought this looks like a really good idea actually. So I went and did a recce trip to Cholula, and it really is an amazing place to have the conference. It's such a nice city. The venue, the whole layout of the town, the center, the places you can go and explore and enjoy. It's beautiful. There's just so much that the place offers. And you've got Puebla really close by, which is the fourth largest city in Mexico. It's really fantastic. So yeah, there are all the reasons why Mexico, and also just diversity of languages and of culture and of peoples. I mean, Mexico has everything. It's just fantastic. And is there a requirement to have several languages? Absolutely not. No. So all you need to have to come to the Polyglot Conference are an interest or love of language. It can be one language. It could be two languages. It could be however many you want. But language. It could even just be your own. So if you just like English or you just like Spanish, that's fine too. And then the other thing is you need to have a smile. That's it. So if you can smile and make friends, then you're going to fit in so well. People are very, very kind and very friendly, and you'd be most welcome. And you'll walk away from the event at the end with friends for life. I can almost guarantee that actually, because I see it every year, and it's beautiful. So if you come with a smile, you'll be greeted with smiles, and people who will love to hear from you, and you can learn from them and they can learn from you. It's a great exchange of just this wonderful positivity for language learning. I love it. I absolutely love it. It makes me very happy every year. Tu apprends le français, Lisa? Ah, c'est cool. Très bien. Salut. Saitlar. Oh, ja, vad säger du gott, Joshua? Jag fattar gammalt jag isländska gärna. Ja. Hola desde Japón. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal estás? Muy bien. Ah, aquí. ¿Estás aprendiendo español entonces en Japón? Muy bien. Ah, oh, Lisa, that's so cool. It's so cool you're learning French. I like that. Okay. How many days is the event? So the live event usually takes place over 3 days. So Friday is kind of like a welcome day, and then we have the 2 conference days with presentations on the Saturday and Sunday, and that's the Polyglot Conference usually. This year, the plan was to have the Langfest team with us to have events throughout the week as well. So usually we'll offer people who arrive like the week before the event, we'll offer sort of language courses, get-togethers, those kinds of things. So that was the plan. And we've done that most years, actually. Japan this year, last year, we didn't do a lot of courses. We did the Friday, and we did the Saturday and Sunday, which is normal. But some conferences, some years, it's possible to even offer intensive language courses, and that's something we would do in Cholula. We would do Spanish courses, and we would do Nahuatl courses with the lower languages. And yeah, as I say, Anya and the team are fantastic, so they'd be great. And anyone who wants to do Nahuatl, the teacher Os is such a nice guy. I had the pleasure of seeing him in Cholula. He's so nice. He's so nice. And I really encourage you. He's really big on Nahuatl, and he does a great job teaching it, and he's just such a nice guy. So if you ever get to come and you want to do that, that'd be fantastic. Ça c'est parfait. Je t'en prie. Je crois que Anya, elle est super. Elle écrit, hein, elle écrit, hein. Mais tu fais très bien, Anya. C'est incroyable ce que tu fais là. Yeah, anyone is coming. So Lisa's saying, don't miss the Friday. Yeah, the Friday is really cool. The reason we do it kind of with the Friday event as well is that it gives people a chance to have that Friday if they arrive early, but also people who are working full time and they can only come locally for the actual conference presentations. We like people to feel that they've not missed any of the presentations if they can just do the weekend. So a combination of everything works. And we know people that join on even on one day of the conference, and they still are able to fit in and enjoy the event as well. So a lot of things work. A lot of variables work at the event, which is really cool. Ausgezeichnet, sehr gut. Okay. You got to dance. Yeah, you've got to dance. So Lisa was saying in Ljubljana, we had a really cool time with music. I like music and dancing. It was really nice. Okay, let me go back and see if I can. I think. Oh wow, thank you, Lindy. I don't know if I missed you going, but thank you so much for being around. I know you had to go to sleep. It must be quite late there. Um, okay, so chaque semaine, je fais un polyglot. Chaque semaine, ça serait cool, hein, avoir une conférence polyglotte chaque semaine. Moi aussi, j'aimerais bien faire ça, mais enfin, c'est un peu difficile. Moi, je fais ça, alors je travaille en même temps. Je travaille, j'ai ma famille aussi, bien sûr. J'ai une fille de 13 ans, presque 13 ans, en fait. Et puis, je travaille plein temps. Et ça, c'est un hobby pour moi, un passe-temps. J'adore ça, j'adore organiser les conférences polyglottes. Pour moi, c'est vraiment super. J'adore l'énergie, j'adore les gens, j'adore les thèmes, j'adore tout ça. Et aussi pour avoir des vidéos après, pour donner à tout le monde gratuitement. Pour moi, c'est formidable. Je suis hyper content avec ce qu'on fait. Et donc, je vous remercie aussi pour m'aider à créer l'environnement. Parce que sans vous, c'est que moi qui parle à personne. uh, okay, so let me see. At the online event conference. Okay, so I think I saw that question once before. Sometimes I see questions a couple of times that are the same. So please do ignore me if I sound like I'm muttering like a crazy person. Richard, oh, thank you very much for your nice questions, nice comments. It's very kind of you. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you to say that you think I'm an inspiration. It's very sweet. Se puoi venire mi piacerebbe. Vediamo adesso cosa succederà con la conferenza a Cholula perché è veramente difficile dire qualcosa adesso perché è veramente una situazione molto unica. Quindi dobbiamo vedere cosa succederà con l'aereo, per esempio, anche la situazione locale, perché se hanno una legge per non permettere alle persone, a tante persone, unirsi a un posto, quindi sarà molto difficile organizzare una conferenza a Cholula. Ma adesso stiamo parlando con tutto il mondo localmente per vedere quali sono le opzioni per noi. Allora vedremo. Is Welsh my mother tongue? It's not. No, my Welsh is not my mother tongue. My mother tongue is English. So that's my first language. I grew up as a monolingual English speaker. So yeah, English. Bonjour, bonjour Davali, bonjour, ça va bien? Richard молодец, спасибо, Айтон. Спасибо большое. Aussi, comment s'étudier l'allemand, d'accord. Moi, je sais en fait, ce serait peut-être mieux de venir, jeudi soir. Heu, En fait, l'heure parisienne, c'est à 7 heures du soir. J'ai fait en fait sur ma chaîne YouTube, Facebook et Instagram Speaking Fluently. Donc je donne des conseils, sur l'apprentissage des langues étrangères. Donc vous pouvez revenir pour, me demander des trucs sur l'apprentissage des langues étrangères et je vais vous donner des conseils volontiers. Donc il y a pour moi pas de problème, je suis désolé, c'est un peu difficile ici parce que je parle de la conférence et si je parle trop de l'apprentissage des langues étrangères, ça mélange un peu trop, les 2 choses et les 2 chaînes. Donc j'espère pouvoir, te répondre ce jeudi, si possible. Hi Richard, say hello from Brazil. Hello, nice to see you. Thank you very much for your, Tiago. I really appreciate your kind words. Thank you. Send me a motivational message. So Tiago, I would say ottobre, quindi c'è scritto, mi sembra, è difficile dire adesso perché è il 17. Adesso ho scordato perché sto parlando così tante lingue, ma insomma è a ottobre. Se puoi vedere c'è scritto tutto. Quindi faremo tutto questi giorni anche online, anche a Cholula uguale, ma se fosse la situazione dove se la scelta di poter fare o avere la conferenza l'anno prossimo, per esempio, non sono così sicuro perché, dipende veramente della situazione locale. Per esempio si sarebbe, con gli stessi giorni o altrimenti sarebbe una situazione con sì, con con una settimana più tardi o magari anche, prima, ma sì, a 8 ore sarebbe senza dubbio. Allora per quest'anno è uguale come adesso, per l'anno prossimo non lo so ancora, dobbiamo vedere col locale. Okay, I can see, uh, okay, hey Gwen, let's see. So I think I may have got to the end of the questions. Are there any other questions that you would like to ask? Otherwise, I think we've got to our hour pretty much with this. So I will leave you to enjoy the rest of. Non, non, je suis pas français, je suis britannique. Euh, je suis britannique, mais j'ai appris le français quand j'étais très jeune. J'avais à peu près 5 ans, 6 ans que j'ai appris. Et donc, c'est presque une deuxième langue maternelle pour moi. Euh, Ah merci, ok. C'est cool. La mia madrelingua è inglese, allora ho visto adesso la stessa domanda in varie lingue. Quindi io sono britannico, quindi la mia madrelingua è inglese. Ho imparato l'italiano all'università e certo si sente che non sono italiano. Faccio degli errori a volte. Ehm, Purtroppo ho fatto la laurea in italiano, ma insomma è una lingua che veramente per parlare come italiano è impossibile, ma lo parlo abbastanza bene credo. How many times have you done the event here? So I do this every week. I started it during lockdown when things went a bit crazy because I wanted people to know what was going on with this. So I will continue to do my own speaking fluently event, which takes place every Thursday and at 7 p.m. Central European time to answer language-related questions, language learning-related questions. And then I do this with Anya. Anya joins me. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to get it was both on screen at the same time. But she's really, really good in helping me with the questions and focusing attention and answering questions herself. And we do that every other Sunday. So in 2 weeks' time, we'll have another one again here about the Polyglot Conference. Meine Lieblingssprache ist Deutsch. Sehr einfach. Okay. Evento en México. Quiere decir el evento en México. Vale. El evento en Cholula, pues en octubre, este año, es igual. Y también el año que viene. Lo que pasa es que tenemos que ver lo que va a pasar con las fechas, porque ahora mismo estamos en plan esperando más informaciones y, pues cuando tengamos las informaciones locales y también de lo que podemos hacer como opciones, diferentes para la conferencia. Vamos a hablar de esto. Yo creo que vamos a tener una respuesta definitiva dentro de 2 semanas. Así que el 7 de julio creo que, de junio, ay perdón, el 7 de junio vamos a tener otro live, es decir, un evento en línea así como ahora, y vamos a tratar de nuestro plan para ir adelante con la conferencia políglota. Y vamos a tener más respuestas, una respuesta definitiva el 7, creo que es el 7, ¿no? El domingo de junio. Así que si estáis aquí, pues podéis ver lo que vamos a decir, lo que vamos a decidir también. Y vamos a tener también informaciones concretas para ir adelante, no solo sí o no. Vamos a tener también fechas y tal y cual. Así que mejor dentro de 2 semanas. Buona giornata, grazie, buona serata. Diferente para inscribirme, pues para la semana que viene. La verdad es que vamos a tener más informaciones la semana che viene para los billetes y tal y cual también. Prego, veramente, no, va bene anche per me, io sono molto felice di poter rispondere alle domande adesso, perché è così, io sono qua per fare questo, no? Allora, grazie veramente, thank you everyone for joining, and I hope that you all have a very lovely day and evening wherever you are in the world. Please stay safe, and remember, it's not good not to be positive in these times. Remember to stay negative. COVID virus negative. Take care, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks' time to talk about the Polyglot Conference again. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.